For those who have some dexterity issues, or maybe visual issues, or just people like me who could really use some help doing everyday tasks, this is the better mousetrap. And the mousetrap in this case is the nail clipper. You get a set of 2. They come with rotating heads and a magnifier, which we'll explain. But the set of 2 is $24.86. Lori Pickford is here to take us through it. As soon as I saw this, I went, better mousetrap. Like, that's what I thought of right away. Because it takes something that we all have to do, right, and makes it easier.
Exactly. Easier for everybody. And you said it, if you have dexterity issues, if you have visual issues, even if you don't, and you're the person who clips your own fingernails or your own toenails at home, this is the better mousetrap because of the way it is designed.
So cool.
It is. It's made ergonomically, so you can see right here, just the handle alone is nice and big. And when you see the spread from top to bottom, what you're getting there is leverage. And then, to top it off, it has a swivel head. So whether you're left-handed or you're right-handed, you can swivel this so that you can cut your nails simply and easily, cleanly every time.
Like, I already love it. As soon as you showed me, you know, we talked before the show, and she said, here it is, and she pulled it out, and I saw how big it was. I'm like, I already love it, even if it didn't have any of the other features.
Exactly.
Because fiddling with the tiny ones, first of all, is just a pain, but they flip sometimes in my hands, which really can get dangerous. You can tear your nail right off.
And the worst feeling is to cut too low, you know, or cut it wrong. Exactly. This is the difference that we're talking about in size. This is a fairly large one that you can find at the pharmacy, and this is ours. You can see the huge size, and there's a little dot here in the middle that you see. That is a magnet. And that allows you to attach a 3 times magnification to your clippers so that when you're cutting your toes or you're cutting your fingernails, you can get the right cut every time so that you can see it and therefore not cut it too low, which is so painful.
That is really cool. I'm checking it out right now. I'm like, that's really, really clever.
Yeah.
Because what I'm thinking, first of all, we've got colors. I shouldn't skip ahead. You're holding up the pink. We've got black available as well. So if you're picking this up for yourself, your spouse, or whatever, one for you, maybe one for hubby. We've got the colors to match, and you get the little case as well. And I kind of like the gift box too, so maybe Father's Day gift. I mean, think about that too.
You never know what's coming up for someone. It is boxed nicely.
Here's the other thing too. Like, when we talk about toenails, I mean, we clip our fingernails, that's fine. I love that it has the magnifying glass. But it gets harder and harder for me, and I'm sure for just about anybody, to get all the way down there. Not all of us can get our feet all the way up onto the edge of the sink, right, to clip your toenails.
You're exactly right.
And so as much as that's important, for it to be a strong clipper as well is important, because if all this were there and it was weak, well, then really it's still not worth it,
Exactly. You can see here, I'm cutting wood with this. This is a wood stir. If your toenails are as thick as a piece of wood, you don't need to worry about it, because this is going to do the job. And what's nice about it is it has this 3D arc on it. I'm going to take a nail here and hold it, and I'm going to give it a clip, and what you're going to see is it cuts it nice and clean, but it gives it that little arc, and I didn't do it evenly, but you can see it's nice and straight. It's very easy to do, and you've got the leverage you need to get through it.
And it's like one and done,
It is,
Here, I
absolutely.
wanted to show you a closer look too at the black as well. And it's so easy to use. I mean, that's the thing, like, you already know how to use a nail clipper, you know how to use this. Don't have to attach the magnifying glass if you don't need to. The head itself is gonna rotate, so that's great, as you said, for left-handers and right-handers. And it's $24.86. I feel like that would be great if we did just the toenail clippers or just the nail clippers and then, you know, call it a day. But you're getting both of them. So that's $12 and change for each of these for a tool you already need. Like, that's the big thing for me. Some things are a luxury, but you've already got to have this. So why not get the best one you can find that's also affordable?
It's funny, my parents watch me when I'm on air sometimes, and my mom saw this product. She just turned 86 this year. She's beautiful, and she called me and said, oh my goodness, I am going to call and order that. I said, Mom, I'll get it for you. But she has to wear glasses when she cuts her toenails and her fingernails. And she said it's uncomfortable. She's afraid that she's going to cut too low. Now you've got that 3 times magnification and the swivel head that's going to allow you to switch hands easily and see what you're cutting.
You know, I think about that because you think about your mom, or I think about my grandfather who passed away last year, and he, you know, was in assisted living. But he always, you know, he wanted to be liberated. He wanted to do a lot of things for himself. But probably your mom wasn't taking your trip to the pedicures every single week.
No, she doesn't go to the salon anymore because she's too old. She would have to have somebody drive her, and she doesn't want to do that. Exactly. So now you can get that nice trim on your nails each and every time you cut it. And right there, you can see, I want to show you the arc that makes. It gives it a nice curve each and every time. I'm going to cut the rest of it off so you can see that it actually cuts it through and through each and every time, nice and easy. Now I left a little edge there, you can just push that off, but it's so simple, so easy to do.
And that was on one of the like fake acrylic type nails, and I know you did it on the wood before
nail,
too.
Exactly.
So it's a quality item, one that's really going to do the job that it says it does. In fact, do it likely much better than what you're using right now. Or even if this buys you some time between going to the pedicurist, add that up. Go every other month rather than once a month, and it pays for itself. That's why I keep saying it's the better mousetrap, so much so that it's got the magnifier glass, it's got the rotating head, you get the carrying case as well. Let's show you your color choices. I love that you did the pink too, right?
Yeah, we can't forget the women.
So there's the pink, and it comes with the carrying case, right? Black is our more limited of our two options, and you get both the fingernail clipper and the toenail clipper. So, you know, if you're looking at a situation where it's something that you avoid doing, because it's too much trouble, you don't maybe have the flexibility that you had before, the dexterity that you had before, or if a member of your family does not, then this is going to be key. But truly, even for people who don't necessarily have those issues, it's just a better tool than the one you got.
It is, and this 3 times magnification makes a huge difference. Look at the size of that. Now you can see when you're working with delicate area, you know, your toes or your fingers, you want it to be large. You want to be able to see.
These are blades, right?
Exactly, these are steel blades that you're cutting with. So you want to be sure you're getting the right cut each and every time, and that's what you're going to get with this.
Yeah, I love that, and so affordable for $24.86. When you break it down, and you've got, in fact, think about the components: 2 clippers, the magnifying glass, and the case. If we were to piece that together ourselves, I think this kind of reminds me of something that would be in one of those catalogs of really, really great gadgets, right?
I know.
And you know what the prices are on there. We just kind of flip through and go, maybe someday, right? But this is less than $25, and you get 2 of them. Shipping and handling is only $3 as well. The first time it makes this task easier for you, it pays for itself.
Oh, it really does. And it's always I always say, have good tools in your home to get things done for yourself. This is the way to do it.
Yep. Now more than 1,000 have been ordered. Lori, thank you so much. This is my first time presenting it, and I just think, gosh, what a treat. Thank you for bringing it to us. B32805. So, in keeping with this theme, right, of liberation, this is my pick of dough. If you suffer from aches and pains, back pain, arthritis even, if you or someone in your family is very athletic and can use some help in tense areas, please stay tuned for the end of the show. I'm bringing you the Revive DPI Wide Coverage LED Light Therapy System. It's already been popular here at QVC, so much so